Welcome to the Mind Duty. Today we bring you about 8 things you need to know before having a one-night stand. Being single doesn't need to be boring, and you definitely need to get somewhere. Girls like sex as much as boys, and society needs to accept that. But we need to be cautious before having a one-night stand and the things that could, or couldn't, stop us from having a good time. Take this around like a Bible to prep you for each one-night stand that you may encounter. Number 1. Safe sex is great sex. Whether a girl or boy, we don't discriminate against your sexual preferences, but neither do STDs. It's important to take precautions that will let you get jiggy with it, without getting some added nasty friends. Not only should you be careful during sex, but also when doing other bits. Any type of sexual activity can put you at risk of getting an infection, so better to be safe than sorry. To tackle this, always carry a condom. After all, you never know when you might meet someone that you might shack up with. Or book a doctor or sexual health clinic appointment to find out the safest ways for you, in order to be protected when enjoying yourself. Contraception is a must, and you should always find out if your partner is on something or will wrap up before getting busy. Number 2. Are they single? Activities like this can sometimes require small amounts of conversation, so you should always get to know someone before you hook up. You don't want to be that girl who slept with someone in a relationship, and if you have been in an unfaithful relationship before, you'll understand why there is a huge girl code around being with someone else's significant other. Double, triple check that you are getting into bed with someone who is single, and then you can relax, lay back and enjoy your time together. Number 3. Is anyone in? Wherever you might get down and dirty, it doesn't need to be ruined by others. You may feel like it is just you two, but whoever is in might be horrified. There isn't much that is more awkward than hearing your housemate get down to it. The bed against the wall and the loud noises are not what you need when you are all alone in bed. Try to be considerate if anyone is in, and that way the potential awkward meeting after won't be so bad. The noise isn't always the issue. It may be exam season, or even worse, their parents, and no one needs that awkward encounter in their life. So ask if anyone will be in. You can relax, do your thing and enjoy your one-night stand if not, but try and be considerate if there's someone around. Number 4. Find out their name. Whether you may be sober and just have the memory of a goldfish, or you are sober enough to consent but drunk enough to forget their name, double check. There is nothing worse than forgetting someone's name in the middle of intercourse and then laying there awkwardly after trying to remember, and let's face it, it is really distracting trying to remember while having sex. So, best check that you know their name for sure before you both get down to it. Number 5. Always be prepared. Take a spare pair of pants. Having sex can be as dirty as you please, but you should never be unhygienic. Always bring a spare change of underwear, and then you can be clean and dirty at the same time. As you may be aware, there is nothing worse than having to put on a dirty pair of knickers, so avoid the grim feeling and be as fresh as a daisy. You can then feel like Wonder Woman, but with a dirty pair of pants in your bag, so maybe keep that to yourself. Number 6. Know what you want. Sex doesn't have to be vanilla, it's always good, and a really big turn on, to know your likes and dislikes. But, be considerate of the other person involved. They may be new to this or may even be a bit self-conscious, so ask what they like too. If they're too embarrassed to talk about it, then you do you. It takes two to tango, so both parties should be enjoying themselves to their maximum potential. After all, does sex really count if you don't orgasm? Number 7. Also, know your limits. Some people click with your body during sex and you won't need a safe word or speak at all, it'll just happen. Yet, there are some people out there who don't. Discuss wants and needs, and especially limits. Some don't do vanilla and will mix it up and jump straight in with mint choke chip, but is that your favorite flavor too? Be cautious of people and what their normal might be, it may not be yours. Number 8. Organize a way home. Honestly, There is nothing worse than being stuck in a house, or wherever you may decide to have your one-night stand, and you can't get home. And on par, the intensely awkward ride home with the person who has just got down and dirty with you, with absolutely nothing to talk about. Let a friend know or arrange a public transport route so you know where you are safe and can get home with no issues. So what do you think? Will you agree with these things or need to add more, or if you have any tips you think people should know, comment them below. And share with someone who has recently become single or lost their V card for some safety tips on a one-night stand.